Hello, welcome to the Microsoft Application Platform FY10 APOV2 Application Lifecycle Management session. My name is Matt Nunn, Senior Product Manager with the Visual Studio Team System Team. And in today's session, I'm going to walk you through the Application Lifecycle Management and VSTS narrative deck that you can use with customers, TDMs, development directors, and the like to try and sell the value of the Application Lifecycle Management platform and the Team System product set. And with that, we will begin. In tough economic times, companies are looking for ways to increase productivity, reduce capital investments, restructure parts of the organization for efficiency, and reduce operating costs. At the same time, smart companies are also looking to introduce new products and services in an attempt to gain market share from weakened competitors. The one thing companies are not doing is slashing their IT spending in a knee-jerk response to the downturn in the economy. If anything, there are more and more looking to IT to help them achieve their goals. They're looking to IT to help them raise the effectiveness of the business by helping to improve business processes, by implementing BI to allow for better visibility across the business and to enhance the effectiveness of the workforce through better solutions. They're looking for IT to help with restructuring efforts focused on productivity and agility. They're looking for IT to help them modernize the overall business infrastructure, which leads to reduced operating costs and capital investment. And they're looking for IT to help them manage the change that times like these bring. The one thing to be certain of is that even in these challenging economic times, the demand for IT will not diminish. If anything, it's likely to grow, and you need to be prepared to support the business in its goals. Look at how the top priorities for CIOs have changed for 2009, according to the Gartner CIO agenda. Managing change initiatives is the only new entry on the list, highlighting the new awareness that change can happen unexpectedly. And as a business and IT organization, you need to be able to embrace that change and turn it to your advantage. Notice the priorities that have become more important. Things like reducing cost, improving effectiveness, better BI, and more effective customer targeting are things you would expect to see in tough economic times. But they've always been in the top 10, as they are things that businesses should always be focused on. Also notice the priorities that have slipped. Attracting new customers, creating new products, expanding relationships and entering new markets. Again, though, notice that while they have changed place in the overall priority list, they haven't dropped out of the top 10, as they are all still very important in order to be successful. It's just that other things have become slightly more important. The one thing that is very interesting is that the number one priority has not changed with the change in the economy, and has been consistently the top priority for CIOs over the last 4 years and more. It is and should be a constant goal to improve business process in all aspects of the business, and improving business process pays dividends in good times and bad, as it constantly helps you to be more successful. As we think about what we should be focused on that can really help the business be successful, improving business process, reducing costs, and improving effectiveness should be top of mind. It's important to understand what success actually looks like. Here is a traditional IT definition of success, based on the project triangle, that states you can have things that are good, you can get them fast, or you can have them cheap. But because all these things are interrelated, it's not possible to optimize for all three at once. So at no point can you ever have something good, fast, and cheap. In the same way as we think about IT, project success is defined as being on time, on budget, and with the required features and quality. But again, all these things are interrelated, and it's not possible to have all these things together. So, given that you can only have two of the three, does that equal success? It would appear, based on the Standish Chaos report, that even if we accepted that 2 out of 3 was success, we're not really very good at delivering even that. And actually, over the years, we may even have got worse. Even then, with this very limited definition of success, is this really how we should be thinking about success anyway? In fact, everyone should really be focused on what does success look like for the business. As we think about what success looks like for the business, it's important to take off the IT project hat and take a look at why we do what we do. We don't build software for the sake of building software. In the majority of cases, we are delivering solutions that enable a business to be successful. When you look at success from this point of view, the success factors become altogether more strategic and broad-reaching. Probably the most important metric of success is to share the vision of the business. For the business to be successful, IT has to understand the business goals, support the business strategies, and ensure that the solution meets the needs of the business. At the same time, it's important for business success that IT delivers distinctive, high-quality solutions that differentiate the offerings and deliver true quality experiences for the business. At the same time, it is vitally important that IT is decisive and sets real, achievable priorities for what needs to be accomplished. There is no business success in overreached or failed projects, and particularly in today's climate, it is important that IT delivers the first time, every time. It can be hard to predict exactly what a business will need to do to be successful, and with the current economy, it has been demonstrated how quickly things can change and how unexpected those changes can be. In fact, change is the only constant. And in order to allow a business to be successful, it is very important that the IT organization be flexible enough to embrace changes in business requirements and agile enough to enact the changes in a time frame that ensures business success. In fact, IT needs to structure itself to embrace change in order to deliver success to the business. As technology moves on, there are always new breakthroughs that can deliver reduced costs, greater efficiency, higher performance, or increased capacity. And in order to keep businesses successful and competitive, it is key that the IT organization be structured to easily and quickly take advantage of these technological advances by modernizing existing infrastructure where appropriate and delivering these new benefits to the rest of the business. It is easy to forget that by modernizing portions of IT infrastructure, you can reduce costs and deliver greater efficiency to the business, whether it be through easier to use, higher quality systems, more efficient hardware which reduces energy costs, or just delivering more capacity to the business. As you think about all the things that need to be done to help ensure the success of the business, it can seem overwhelming, but there are answers. An integrated development solution can help your entire IT organization deliver on the needs of the business and provide increased business benefit driven by ease of use of using a standardized development solution across your entire org. Here are listed just some of the benefits that an integrated development solution can provide. A consistent and predictable development process helps the entire development team write better code and manage the delivery of process in a consistent and predictable manner, and in turn leads to increased quality in software delivery. For example, Clear Channel relies on Visual Studio Team System and Team Foundation Server to help support their entire development process. From design through development and testing to release, they use a standardized process developed in-house, which is enacted every day through the use of Visual Studio Team System. Values lead to shared success, and shared success and accountability is key. The Information Systems Group and Enterprise Application Development Group at Clear Channel have attained enormous success and satisfaction doing business according to their new methodology. They continue to refine current processes and define new ones based on MSF, Visual Studio Team System, and their experiences to date. These processes encourage accountability. For many people, the word accountability can be laden with negative connotations. When Clear Channel started developing its solutions framework, John Tuchek dreaded discussions about accountability. He said, "I thought that people would see accountability as someone is trying to blame me or constrain me. However, as people began to understand team processes and roles and saw how their success depended on others, they clearly understood that accountability worked both ways." He also said, individuals saw that people were relying on them and understood that if everyone took this seriously, those individuals could count on other team members too. Suddenly, the people I thought would be wincing every time we said the word accountability were themselves bringing up the subject. In another customer example, the enterprise architecture team at Bone used Visual Studio as a development tool before adding to Visual Studio Team Foundation Server. And they quickly discovered the advantages that Team Foundation Server brings of superior reporting and traceability. Visual Studio Team Foundation Server makes it easy to establish traceability for changes to the workflow. They commented that Visual Studio Team Foundation Server helps us define a workflow and define a common repository so that all the proper work products hand off properly. We now have complete traceability of our requirements. Visual Studio Team Foundation Server also provides reporting for the overall project. They said that the source control within Visual Studio Team Foundation Server is database driven, so management reporting is better because the server keeps track of which requirements are complete and which ones are being worked on. With the information systems available in Team Foundation Server, a software project manager can generate extensive reports about what's been accomplished and what needs work, and that's a huge advantage. Better communication is also a key to project success. And in Bone, the combination of Visual Studio Team Foundation Server and the Raven product from one of our partners means significantly improved communication among the team members working on the software development projects. Previously, for instance, if a business analyst made one change, the entire diagram would need to be redrawn and resent to the developer. Now, all that communication flows through one central point. If someone makes a change or adds a comment, Team Foundation Server notifies the developer immediately, and the developer can go directly to that particular changed item. Faster time to market and reduced cost of custom software development are just a few of the other benefits that a team derives once they can effectively work together in an accepted standard way, and have tools that help them enact the processes to lead to efficient, on-time software delivery. In fact, this change in the way a team works together and the new and improved structure that can be delivered via an integrated development environment are some of the keys to success. Again, John Suzak of Clear Channel Communications stated, "With Visual Studio Team System, we thought we were buying developer tools. What we got was a culture-changing tool." Even given all of that, it's important to understand how the various people involved think about the process of delivering solutions to the business. At the highest level, the business owner is not interested in how solutions get delivered. What they are interested in is that they identify some business value, like entering new markets, improving customer relations, or delivering new services, that will directly affect the success of the business. They do not care how this business value is realized or the engines that make it possible. They care that the business value they identified is delivered and the business becomes more successful as a result. Now, of course, IT understands there are many moving parts that need to be coordinated in order to deliver the business value that has been identified. There are many pieces involved in trying to deliver technical solutions that deliver business value. There are business and governance teams who are defining requirements, setting business standards, and defining business value, and monitoring the process. There are engineering teams who are responsible for developing the solutions and ensuring quality of those solutions. And there are operational teams that are responsible for delivering the solutions and ensuring that they are operationally successful. Traditional ALM solutions had relied on the combination of many best-of-breed tools that allowed great execution at every stage of the life cycle, but forced the team implementing them to still deal with the challenge of how everything worked together. They never really delivered on the integration that is so key to ensuring successful delivery of these solutions across the various teams. And this is also the key as far as Application Lifecycle Management 2.0 is concerned. As we talk about that, we talk about not just the tools that you use for each stage of the lifecycle, but the integration across the lifecycle that enables you to be successful. Visual Studio Team System helps drive the delivery of business value and helps coordinate all the moving parts into a cohesive, flexible, and agile engine to deliver on the business need. Visual Studio Team System is the gearbox at the heart of the engine that ensures that all the various pieces of the organization can continue to move in the same direction to deliver the identified business value. Visual Studio Team System strives to help businesses and IT organizations succeed. The heart of this success is in the desire to help the business and IT organizations achieve a successful partnership. Traditionally, we talk about IT being aligned with the business. But when you actually ask leaders in IT, they will say that they are already aligned with the business. The business tells us what to do, and we do it. In order to be really successful, it is important to get beyond the state where IT is seen as a cost center and to become a trusted partner to the business where IT can help the business understand and deliver the value they are looking for. And Visual Studio Team System strives to help this successful partnership by providing visibility and input at all levels of the business, and solution delivery, and providing rich information about what can be achieved by the various areas of the organization. Quality is key to all solution delivery, and in order to deliver true business value, the IT organization needs to have a focus on quality at every stage of the process. Whether that be quality requirements that lead to the building of the right solutions, through quality code which has less need for rework, and quality and testing through great testing tools. It is important to remember that you cannot test in quality at the end of the process. The quality must be built in at every stage of solution delivery in order to be successful. Visual Studio Team System looks to provide great quality-focused tools for everyone involved in solution delivery and to allow all participants in the organization team to take and own quality as a first priority. Traditionally, architecture has been seen as the reserve of the enterprise architect, an ivory tower individual who designed systems and then pushed this down onto everyone in the delivery organization. While this role is still vitally important to ensure that an entire organization's software infrastructure is practical, integrated, and delivers the value to the business, we believe that architecture tools can benefit everyone involved in the software delivery process. In Visual Studio Team System 2010, we will deliver architecture tools that will allow you to not only design and define an initial solution using standard UML models, but enable these models to live throughout the delivery of the solution, becoming connected to the code and malleable as the delivery progresses. These traditional architecture tools were great at defining an architecture, but poor at enforcing the architecture. So with Visual Studio Team System 2010, the architecture tools allow you to perform validation and exercise control to ensure that the architectural standards are being followed. In addition, the new architecture tools allow you to discover and understand the existing architecture of systems within your organization, helping teams working on or integrating with existing systems better understand the architecture of these systems and how to manipulate them to their needs. While it may seem like an oxymoron to talk about simplicity and integration in the same sentence, it is true that you can deliver simplicity to a team by using a set of integrated tools that allow all practitioners to work together, cohesively sharing assets and thoughts via a central repository, and having tools that just work, regardless of the phase of the project. In Visual Studio Team System, we are focused on this integration across all aspects of the lifecycle, delivering simplicity to all who participate by tracking and managing all information in a central repository, and having tools that understand all the various portions of the lifecycle and allow people to work collaboratively at every step of the way. Visual Studio Team System is a platform that aims to enable all organizations to embrace ALM and execute in an efficient way. Visual Studio Team System aims to enable organizations to turn business ideas into solutions. And this philosophy is at the heart of everything we do. We realize this in three major ways. The first is allowing you to do the right thing. By providing visibility into the process and ensuring end-to-end alignment of all participants in the solution delivery process. As you think about, are you doing the right thing? You have to ask many questions of your business and IT organizations. These questions can easily be answered with the right level of visibility and alignment. Questions such as, how do I know if my developers are doing the right thing? What metrics exist to measure this? Are questions that can only be answered with the right data about how a team is performing and through having consistent processes that guide everything that is done. Visual Studio Team System provides this through the ability to set standard processes that are enacted through the tools and then providing deep reporting data to ensure that you can track the process at as granular a level as you require. Secondly, we allow you to do things the right way by helping ensure quality throughout the life cycle. You can be sure that everyone involved in solution delivery is focused on doing this the right way and is focused on quality as a first priority. Quality is fundamental to being able to deliver solutions that deliver the appropriate level of business value. And as such, quality becomes everyone's responsibility and is at the heart of everything that a solution delivery team does. Visual Studio Team System helps ensure this quality throughout the life cycle by providing tools, collaboration, and validation that ensure that everyone is delivering quality at every step of the process. And finally, we want to help you use the right process. By building for change, you can help ensure successful delivery of every solution that the business defines. Some would say that change is the only constant, and certainly within the IT community, this has played out time and time again. In fact, the entire realm of agile development methodologies are derived from the fact that when entering into a development process, you can guarantee with almost 100% certainty that what was initially defined is not what needs to finally be delivered. Even if you follow a very classic waterfall methodology, the methodology has iterations built into it to ensure that you can accept changes and streamline them into the solution delivery process. Visual Studio Team System looks to help you embrace change as part of the delivery process and provide tools that help you track changes throughout the life cycle and enable you to act on them quickly and easily as early as possible. It is only by embracing change in this way that you can ensure successful delivery of the right thing for the business. Microsoft has been focused on empowering the developer individual for the last 10 plus years. Visual Studio is the preeminent software development tool in the industry today. But there is more to successful delivery of business solutions than just making individual developers productive. We saw this in early 2000 and saw the need to really focus beyond the individual developer and move the focus up to teams and entire organizations, as this is where you start to see the real gains in overall productivity and quality of delivery. Regardless of the focus on an individual, a team, or the entire organization, the people are still the key asset that any business has in realizing success. Visual Studio Team System looks to support the people through a combination of process and guidance that helps individuals, teams, and organizations do the right thing, and then support this process and guidance with tools that help people enact them. The combination of people, process, and tools is the powerful combination that will help you realize success. As we discussed previously, the main problem with traditional ALM tools was the fact that while they provide great individual solutions to aspects of the life cycle, great requirement solicitation tools, great development tools, great testing tools, they missed out on the key piece of application lifecycle management that actually delivers rewards. Integration between the various areas of the application lifecycle has always been the missing piece, and it is this in-between that causes the most problems when trying to deliver solutions. Visual Studio Team System has been built from the ground up with integration in mind. It is the in-betweens where customers find the problems, and VSTS is focused on the in-between. From the outset, the development focus was on how to provide the functionality required across a team without creating silos that blocked progress. The balance between best integrated and best of breed is a balancing act that needs to be performed for all disciplines in order to get efficient and effective tools that allow all team members to work together. With VSTS, we decided to build the tools from the ground up, giving up a little time to market advantage in order to avoid the pitfalls of trying to integrate a number of disparate best-of-breed solutions. Now we have a rich ecosystem of partners who are already very well integrated, and we can look at targeting acquisitions from the ecosystem which are already integrated with the rest of the system, and that deliver core technology that customers require. We can also continue to rely on these same partners to deliver niche products that support certain aspects of the life cycle that are not core to every customer but are important to many of you. At the heart of Team System is Team Foundation Server. Team Foundation Server is the collaboration hub. It's the central storage for all assets and provides the collaboration and coordination to allow a team to operate effectively. TFS can store all the assets for a particular development project, not just the code, so that you have a real representation of an application that not only allows you to retrieve the code assets, but also all the associated assets, such as the database schema, as most apps rely on a database, the work items and tests associated with the code, and the requirements that drove the creation of the code. This level of integration across everything required for successful delivery is the key to customer success with Team System. In building Team System, we are taking an iterative approach to filling out the product capabilities. We have long provided excellent tooling for the developer, but realized that development took more than just enabling individual developers to excel. It needed integration with other members of the team, and the logical way to move forward providing that integration was to look at the degrees of separation of members of the team. It is said that all of us are only 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. Well, in the IT world, you can look at the interaction of roles in the same way. For us, the 0 degree point is the developer. At 1 degree are the people most likely to interact directly with that developer, i.e. the project manager, architect, tester, and database developer or administrator. If we step another level out, we run into the business analyst, IT operations, maybe the designer. These are the next targets for Team System integration. And we could continue this all the way to Kevin Bacon. The application lifecycle goes from idea through development to deployment to maintained and supported. At the heart of Microsoft's ALM vision is Visual Studio Team System. Visual Studio Team System 2010 consists of Team Foundation Server, which is the collaboration hub of the entire solution and allows you to manage projects, work items, test cases, and provides version control for all assets on a project. In addition, TFS provides build automation and deep reporting about every aspect of a project. Wrapped around Team Foundation Server is the process template. The process template defines how the individual practitioners will interact with the system and with each other. It defines the types of work items that developers will use and the processes that they will follow. Finally, VSCS provides a set of client tools and product integrations for all the individuals involved in delivery of solutions. There are tools for architecture, development, and testing, as well as integration with things like Microsoft Project for project managers, Expression for designers, and SharePoint for reporting and Office for business analysts. There is also a full extensibility framework that allows partners to deliver additional solutions to round out the very broad reaches of the application lifecycle. As we move forward, we are also focused on delivering key integrations with things like System Center that will stretch the reach of ALM to operations to continue to manage the life of a particular solution. Esurance, a California-based online automobile insurance company, realized the benefits of Visual Studio Team System through faster delivery, improved quality, and better resource utilization, all with better visibility into the entire process and reduced development costs. LSI, a division of Lender Processing Services, and a leading provider of property valuation, title, and closing services to the mortgage, home equity, and subprime markets, saw improved collaboration, more stable builds, and better visibility and accountability through the deployment of Visual Studio Team System, all at a saving of more than $40,000 over upgrading other products. But Team System is more than just about Visual Studio Team System, and we look beyond our traditional Team System at our democratized ALM story. Microsoft is uniquely positioned to truly deliver on the end-to-end lifecycle. With integrations with products such as BizTalk, we can bring lifecycle management to other types of development, like business process engineering. Adding expression support brings the designer into the lifecycle and begins to address the world of usability and user experience as a core portion of the lifecycle. The integration with Project Server and SharePoint Server provide deep levels of management and reporting. And in Visual Studio Team System 2010, the ability to develop SharePoint applications from within Visual Studio Team System brings this new world of application developers and rolls them into the rest of the lifecycle. As we move forward and continue to drive an end-to-end ALM solution, one of the last pieces is integration with operations, which will be delivered with System Center integration with the next version of System Center. Visual Studio Team Suite is the top level of the Visual Studio Team System product family. And this diagram gives you an idea of what's new in Visual Studio Team Suite 2010. On the left-hand side, we have the brand new architecture product, bringing UML support, architectural discovery, layer diagrams, and layer validation. We've added to the development product by adding the historical debugging capabilities and test impact analysis, which allow you to really connect the role of the tester and the developer together. Also, which we did back in October of last year, we've added in all of the database products into the development box because it was very hard to separate those two from each other. On the testing side, we've added coded UI testing, which delivers the ability for developers and testers to very easily create an automated UI test for their systems. We've also really reached out into a new world of testing, the world of manual or generalist testing, with our Team Test Essentials product, where we provide really state-of-the-art manual testing tools to improve the role of the manual tester, who is 70% of all of the testers in the world. You'll also see we're introducing a brand new product connected to Team Foundation Server, which provides test lab management. This really provides a complete virtualized environments for test labs that will enable you to offer test labs very easily to testers, to developers, to allow you to do setups and teardowns and restores of environments. And inside Team Foundation Server, we've also added test case management to, again, look at the way a test team works and allow them to better utilize all of the features inside Team Foundation Server and to better integrate with all the rest of the tools that we have on offer in Visual Studio Team System. We released the Beta 1 of Visual Studio Team System 2010 in May of 2009. Currently, the plans are to release a second beta in Q4 of calendar year 2009 and to ship the final RTM of the product in the first half of 2010. In addition to the main releases of VSTS 2010, we continue to deliver power tools that introduce new functionality that has been requested by customers and that is at a point that the development team feels it is appropriate to let customers use. This continued delivery of functionality is something that customers rave about and allows us to get new technology and functionality into the hands of customers as they request it without having to wait for a formal release to ship it. The ALM solution is about people and process as much as it is about tools. And Microsoft can provide you with what you need to implement a full solution to allow you to realize the full benefits of your investment and efforts. Here are some of the ways that we can help. Microsoft Services can help you realize the full potential of our products. It offers proven methodologies during the entire application lifecycle, from architecture planning to solution implementation to solution support. The use of best practices ensures reduced project risk, increased implementation velocity, and more predictable outcomes. The Microsoft Partner Program and other certifications, including our Inner Circle partners, make it easy for you to find a partner to help you at either a global or a local level. Microsoft Learning, together with MSDN and TechNet, provides a wealth of readiness training that you can use to quickly develop the skills you need to implement and manage Microsoft technologies. And Microsoft Application Platform Optimization 2.0 tool provides a starting point for evaluating your existing applications and identifying how to optimize them with the Microsoft Application Platform. With that, thank you very much for your time. I hope that this presentation has been informative and that you'll be able to use this with your customers in the future to help them understand where we are with our lifecycle management solution, what we think of the lifecycle management space and the industry, and that we are a leader in that space. Thank you very much. Goodbye.